What is going on YouTube? Hidden Back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. We're also going to be looking at DueDEX as well as the current coin market cap. Specifically in today's video, I want to focus on the slight leap that the cryptocurrency market has had within this, what I would think is the start of a big bear market. As you guys know, the past couple of days, we've been tracking a fairly big dip on the coin. We saw Bitcoin go from, if we really want to scale it back, 10,400, eventually to $9,900, now hitting $9,600, and we went to a low of $8,900, ultimately correcting back up to that $9,400 to $9,500 region we're currently trading at. I do want to explain in today's video as to why we are starting to see this small, correction or swing to the upside, and that this may be more of a pump fake to some, and we might actually be falling lower than what other people are expecting, and don't consider this a correction to the upside. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. Alright guys, so as you can see, I am on my current YouTube channel. Yesterday's video we discussed why we're falling. Today's video I want to discuss why we bottomed out, why we are slowly moving to the upside, and then why I have reason to believe we are going to head even lower. Just for reference guys, as you know, we're doing technical analysis and I'm making daily uploads, so obviously there is going to be repetition. Cryptocurrency and even the stock market does not have massive moves every single day. That would be crazy, but they do still have big movements. So ultimately what I'm trying to reach to you guys from this channel is that you can make profit and you can make money trading cryptocurrency, and you can do it by a more long-term non-emotional trading standpoint. You don't have to be emotionally invested into the market. You don't have to put way too much into the market, especially now, and you don't have to worry too much because we're doing a long-term price price prediction, price analysis, which will help us better our trades. Now, just to do another shout out again, we're doing a Crypto Influencers Crypto TV giveaway on the channel. We have 1,200 entries. A little over 900 people have already entered this free $200 Bitcoin giveaway, completely free, up to 7 ways to enter right here. If you enter these 3, you unlock 4 more. This is my way to give back to you guys. I do appreciate the Bitcoin. I do appreciate and I am doing a Bitcoin giveaway, so hopefully you guys do check it out. There is a link in the description. Like I said, it's my way. The fact that we finally hit 16,000 subscribers, the fact that we're finally going to 20,000, and the fact that you guys are showing so much support for the channel, it's just my way of saying thank you. Here's a fun way to make some money and do whatever you want with that, with the 200 bucks, whether you want to leave it in Bitcoin, you want to transfer it around, trade it into other cryptocurrencies, learn how to short it, and set a goal, turn that $200 of free Bitcoin into 500, and then share your story. Be pretty awesome. Otherwise, this will be over in 14 or 15 days now, so a little bit over 2 weeks, 1 day over 2 weeks, and the link to this is in the description. So you got to be in it to win it. Otherwise, let's move on to the rest of the current coin market cap and technical analysis. So as you guys can see with a quick refresh, we're seeing top 10 cryptos. Everything for the most part is starting to move back up. We're seeing a small correction to the upside. We're seeing about 4 to 5% all across the board. Cardano up 10%. But ultimately, I want to explain to you guys why this doesn't really faze me that much and why you'd be surprised. So when you look at the markets like this, you'd say, oh, well, we were trading closer to 50 on the RSI. So why exactly are we correcting to the downside? Why would we move low, or why would we move back to the upside closer to $9,600 if we're just trading sideways? It doesn't really make sense. Well, when you look at the daily and you look at the weekly, it's easy to understand that. But if we take a scale back in closer, now you can see as to why we started to correct back to the upside. When you look at us on the 4-hour charts on most of these cryptocurrencies, you can see every time we bottomed out here, headed to $9,000, we became oversold on the 4-hour. So it only anticipated for a very small and very tiny correction to the upside, still pushing us below the middle moving average, still pushing us below the resistance, but it was still considered a move. We moved from a price of $9,000 all the way up to around $9,500. So ultimately there is very little money to be made in a small movement like this, but the move still happened, and that is what we're setting up for. You can see as we were oversold just as of yesterday, the 15th, today is now the 16th, we were extremely oversold. Today we wake up, prices are back to 95, still below our massive resistance, still below our middle moving average, still have a bearish cross on the middle moving average, but it gave us enough support where we're now trading back at 50. So the fact that we're now back at 50 on the RSI gives us more reason to believe this is probably going to correct lower. We are, at least now we have the opportunity and the power and the volume to move lower. And I ultimately think we're probably going to go back down to where we started from, closer to 89. I'm honestly thinking we'll probably head closer to $8,200 in the next couple of days. But ultimately, this is a shorter's market. Bears are back. There's a very high chance this is going to lean towards a bearish break, and there's a good chance we're going to correct back down to 8,000. And then long term, the next couple of months, as we can clearly see, we have these bullish uptrends here, and you'll notice at the end of each one of these, they tend to have a very similar movement. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have that same movement here as we head on into the rest of 2020. So some very interesting big things are happening. Not only within cryptocurrency, but within the market itself. You know, we've had massive protests. We've had, this virus. Now we're having DDoS attacks on the U.S. Very crazy. Chase banks are having trouble. Verizon yesterday, I was trying to call my mom and my parents, and the phone did not work. My iPhone did not work. The home phones were not working. So very interesting stuff happening right now. But otherwise, this would be a great opportunity to short crypto. And then moving on from that, guys, if you guys are interested in learning my trades, learning what's next, how I'm making money off of this, interested in Bitcoin trading, XRP trading, learning how to use DueDEX and things similar to that nature, check out my Patreon account. It's linked. Huge shout out to everybody supporting me on there. We have almost 130 patrons right now. And ultimately, I do make videos telling you guys my trades, telling you guys when I'm buying long, when I'm selling short, the amount of percentage I'm leverage trading, the market orders, limit orders, risk management, stop losses, take profit orders. Everything you could think of is on that Patreon. So it is a huge help. And if you guys are interested in learning how I make my money, definitely make sure to check that out. Otherwise, moving on to DueDEX, which is still a great opportunity to make money off of this market. As you know, if we look at the other cryptocurrencies like XRP, and we'll talk about XRP, I like talking, and I know a ton of you guys have been asking me, well, why do you talk about Bitcoin more than XRP? The only reason I do that, and I still like to talk about XRP, is because DueDEX at the moment that I like to trade off of only has Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's hard for me to reference XRP to short if I don't have any direction to point you to. But I do know that DueDEX is planning on entering XRP, so I've started including XRP into my thumbnails and titles, if that makes sense to you guys. But ultimately, you can see XRP has now broken bearish as of yesterday, or a couple of days ago, actually, like 5 days ago, a week ago. We fell bearish below our resistance, which is incredible. I am extremely shocked we broke below our resistance. Now we are currently below it, and retesting that resistance once again. I do believe we're going to funnel back into here using bottom support and sideways trading. And ultimately, it's going to be another, big retestment. But ultimately, I do think we're going to be breaking bearish and falling back down to 14 cents. So, guys, be prepared to short XRP. This is what I mean. Short XRP. If you're using Binance or another exchange, or you have some other platform where you can short XRP, go for it. Until then, you can use Bitcoin, because if XRP decides to drop to 15 or 14 cents, Bitcoin is most definitely going to fall down into that region too, probably close to 7,500, if not all the way down to 56. And during this short to the downside, we can make profit off of shorting Bitcoin here. We have Bitcoin on DueDEX. We can sell short, enter the amount of money. Currently, I have my account loaded up. As you guys can see right here, I do have about a quarter of a Bitcoin ready and primed. And this is what I mean by you guys preparing yourself for the move. Yes, I do have this sitting in here, and if you've watched my videos, you know it doesn't really change in price because I'm waiting right now for that opportunity to invest in. The second we see the price start to dip to the downside, I'll be using a quarter of a Bitcoin, which is whatever it is, 0.25, let's see, or I think it's like 2,500. maybe 2,200. It's a little over 2,200, closer to $2,300. You can see right here in the Bitcoin right now. And the second we see the market start to drop to the downside, swing to the downside, we can short using limit order that trade and profit off of the drop to the downside. This is all explained on my Patreon. It's all explained on DueDEX. It's fairly similar if you guys know what you're doing already. If not, definitely make sure to stick through because these movements are going to happen. It is literally just a matter of time, and they take a while, as you guys should know. This was not, a quick, rapid thing, and we've discussed this. You can see right here, a lot of you guys are like, oh, you've been talking about this for weeks. Yes, I make daily videos. It makes sense as to why I'm talking about it for weeks. Look at the last breakout we had, or sorry, the last correction that I keep referencing. So I anticipate a bearish drop in today's video, I've been hyping up a bearish drop the past couple of days. If we look back to the last bearish drop that I've been referencing in my videos, we know that each candle represents about 1 week. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 candle wicks right here that are ultimately taking the time for the price to go up, the price to hit the resistance, and the price to drop. It takes about 4 weeks. That's 1 month. That is 31 videos that I've been talking about it, 30 videos that I've been talking about it. So obviously there is repetition, but I do have due diligence and due reason to discuss that. The same thing is happening right now. We have exploded up, just like before, hitting our top resistance, seeing massive wicks form above the resistance. Now we're trading sideways, just similar like before. There is a very high chance by the end of this, it is going to topple over and correct to the downside. Now, obviously, I make videos every day, so I can talk about the same relevant topic to keep you guys refreshed and updated. But obviously, we're not going to see that drop happen tomorrow or the next day because I make these videos every day. If you want me to do weekly uploads, then yeah, we'll have a lot of new content to talk about, but I like to keep everybody posted and summarized of what exactly is still on track, if we're still due for that same movement, because we can make a massive drop, and if I'm making videos once a week, you're not going to see that massive drop within crypto. So to have daily technical analysis is better for you guys and better for everyone's understanding of what exactly is going on. Now, sorry we didn't talk about the other cryptocurrencies like Litecoin and the others, but quick recap, Litecoin trading sideways, not really seeing much movement. I do think it's going to be filling the gap right here, just not yet. Eventually, though, Ethereum trading sideways. As you can see, another interesting movement. We might actually see the prices start to climb a little higher. We have an uptrend here. We did not close yesterday's candle below here. I said yesterday, if Ethereum closes its wick and candle closes below its uptrend, good chance it's going to start to consolidate lower. We didn't. Started a massive wick, which is incredible. I'm surprised that Ethereum even did that. But there's a good chance we're going to head up higher and fill the gap here. So with this moving up, there's a good chance we're going to see Litecoin start moving up a little bit. We're going to see Bitcoin move up a little bit. We're going to see Ethereum and XRP move up a little bit. But ultimately, I do not think it is going to last, and I think we're going to see a big drop. Otherwise, guys, if you're new to the channel or you are a current subscriber to the channel, check out the Crypto TV Influencers giveaway. It is linked in the description, as well as sign up to my YouTube channel at CryptoVOfficial. Or sorry, right here, click the subscribe button, and then follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.